Hey, what's up guys? This is Daz with my man petzergling. We are now doing the third game of the MSL Group B. This is the winner's game. It's between Leta and Luxury. Leta having steamrolled Hyuk, the nobody Zerg from southern United States here. The Alabama nobody Zerg, Hyuk. And Luxury having steamrolled... who was it he steamrolled?
That was pretty clever.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty clever bit about
Thank
Hyuk
you.
there. I'm really impressed.
Hyuk. Anyway, Luxury steamrolling Cal in a pretty one-sided PvZ game. Both games were actually really one-sided. They both kind of destroyed their opponents. Even though, don't let the game length of the Leta Hyuk game fool you. That game was over since about 9 minutes. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get started here. This should be a pretty epic game. 3, 2, 1, 0. Leta fighting! Oh shit, I think I just did it perfectly there. Okay, so I think this is going to be a really good game. I'm pretty excited to see it. Leta and Luxury, both really strong players. They both had a great performance in their last set. And I think hopefully we're going to see some kind of mech from Leta. I think Destination's such a strong mech favored map for Terran. He's probably going to do some kind of mech build here. Maybe even a one base kind of mech build. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to see the standard mech build we've been seeing. I mean, that's just too predictable. And we saw Luxury's brother just tear up that, normal early Vulture and then expand mech build. So I think we're going to see, some sort of unique build. He might try and wall in, maybe go for later mech, possibly Wraiths or Siege tanks. And you may even see, something crazy, some maybe good engineering bay play in the mid game. But looks like Luxury setting a very early drone scout. I think he's going to send it out on 9, and he's going to be able to know right away what Leta's doing. And I mean, this just hurts Luxury's economy so much, and this is just part of the disadvantage that Zergs have playing on this map. Is if they're going to go for a 12 hatch build, they pretty much have to scout so early.
Yeah, because it's really easy. For those of you who's getting confused by that, the reason because it's really easy to cheese on two-player maps, and especially two-player maps like Destination, where there's just tons of space. Like, you could pretty much build anywhere on the map. You can't even possibly scout for proxies because there's just so many places. Oh, wow! Leta actually letting that drone get in there. A good little move there by Luxury. So that was kind of a pretty failure move by Leta. Oh, it looks like he's actually made an engineering base to delay the hatchery. The Luxury is gonna. I think he's probably going to take a third hatch. Okay, he's taking this hatch there. This kind of forces Luxury to do a 3-hatch build, which is, who knows if he really wanted to do that. I mean, it looks like it's a decent build against the Terran mech, but who knows what Leta is up to at this point. I mean, it looks like he's walling off. So I don't think Terrans normally wall off when they're doing an FE expand. I don't think you normally see a Terran wall off if they're going to just take their command center, so...
Yeah, and this is going to hurt Luxury's economy. I mean, he's probably going to have about 3 drones attacking that engineering bay, and that's just so many minerals.
Okay, there it is.
There's even 3 drones. So, I mean, that's just so many minerals, especially considering that Leta's just going to cancel that engineering bay. So all the economic damage and forcing Luxury into this path of a 3-base build, really benefits Leta. And I think a proxy factory might be
factory.
Yeah, so a proxy factory here from Leta, I think this is definitely a good move. And, I'm not sure if he's going to stay with the mech units, or he might try and transition after this proxy factory into some Wraiths.
He's probably going to pump out a Vulture from that factory, try to harass with that Vulture, and then transition into a 1-port or a 2-port Wraith build, and then continue to make some kind of units to be kind of sneaky out of that factory. That's probably what we're going to see here. I mean, this is kind of an old school kind of build that we used to see more often back in the day, doing some kind of crazy proxy factory into a Wraith or some kind of cheesy build like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad to see Leta doing something unique here. I really don't think Luxury is going to be too prepared for it. He's going to be caught off guard, I think. So it all depends on, how Luxury is able to anticipate what he's doing. It looks like the Overlord is going down the right side of the map. He's going to see the proxy factory, but he's still going to have, totally up in the air as to what Leta's doing in his main. As we can see, he's building a starport, building 1 starport. So I'm not sure what that usually means. Usually that's a dropship, but I can't see why he would go dropship this game. I think he's actually probably going to build a Wraith out of that.
Yeah, definitely a Wraith. We see the machine shop going, and I think it would be a really good move for Leta to produce some siege tanks and get siege mode out and just bring him out behind Luxury's expansion. He'll be able to shell out those drones, and Luxury just won't be ready for it because he went for the 3-hatch build. His gas was delayed, his lair is delayed, and we see he hasn't even started his lair yet, where Leta's at the point where he's almost finished with his starport, and he's going to start producing a Wraith. So Leta got that Vulture out, maybe for a little bit of Zergling control. I mean, obviously he's not going to get too far because of that sunken, but it's at least a little bit of defense until the Wraith get out. And so there we see the Wraith building. Leta with a decent SCV count, but I would still say that Luxury's a little bit ahead in terms of economy, but Leta definitely has an advantage in tech here. And it looks like a Hydralisk then going down for Luxury. So Luxury may try something similar to what his brother did, where, you know, some sort of Hydra Muta combination, or he may just stick with Hydras. But so
well, I think he's definitely going to put the Spire down and do a combination build at least. He's going to lose this Overlord here for sure. I think part of Leta's plan is to keep Luxury off guard. He's probably going to pick off at least one more Overlord with the Wraith and kind of force Luxury to build some Hydralisk, and then he's totally not going to be ready if Leta decides to do that sneak around behind the back. Okay, as we can see, an Overlord going down, so there's at least one more Overlord that's going to die by those Wraiths. So Luxury, I don't know if he smells what's coming, if he knows what's up. I think he's totally not prepared for this. Oh, it looks like he's building a bunker there. He probably is also going to float an engineering bay over so he can have vision. Okay, and there we see, there's the engineering bay that he built, and he's now going to float it over. And he's going to siege that tank up there and just blow away Luxury's drones, and Luxury totally not ready for it at all. This is a pretty clever move here by Leta.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine that he's going to fortify that upwards area a little bit more. He may start producing a few turrets, making, you know, even like a supply depot up there, because once he has that foothold on Luxury's base, I mean, I think you can hit the natural expansion there, and Luxury's moving out with a lot of drones and Zerglings, but I think the Zerglings are almost going to pick down the supply depots, but I think Leta's going to be able to repair it in time, and he got the control tower, and he's getting Cloak. Cloak will definitely be useful against Mutalisk if Luxury decides to do that, and Luxury now not targeting the barracks, he's just targeting that lone supply depot, where he only has enough room to get 3 Zerglings hitting it, so Leta able to repair his wall, and a single Marine and a single Wraith holding off this attack. And now that Luxury just losing a lot of his Zerglings, this is, you know, a lot of possible drones here that he could have had, or maybe try to go for a counterattack on that little thing that Leta has above his expansion. But now Luxury's going to lose his natural, and Luxury's just looking terrible now. I can't see him coming back in this game at all.
Yeah, it's just one thing after another. You know, first it was the engineering bay, then it was the Vulture, and now we got this little the Wraith, and then a little tank madness back there. And I think once the Cloak finally comes out, I think that's just going to be it for Luxury. He's probably going to GG as soon as he sees a Cloaked Wraith, because that's just, I mean, there's only so much, you know, cheese that a player can eat, right? He's probably all full of cheese right now. Even though I don't know if I would necessarily call this cheese, but he's definitely all full of being basically deceived and getting completely outplayed by Leta with these crazy unique builds that no one could have seen coming. Looks like he just runs.
Yeah, I would have never seen any of these builds coming in. All this stuff was just crazy. Every single thing that happened in this game just totally shocked me.
I know, I'm completely blown away by what we're seeing here. This is not what I expected to see at all. I really was kind of expecting more of a 2-base mech build. Okay, it looks like he's got a lot of Wraiths here. I think he'll be fine. And there's the Cloak. And okay, and he types GG. Okay, good game there. Leta totally owning Luxury.
Yeah, so I think actually a lot of this we saw coming, and not because of our amazing StarCraft prowess, but we actually went through this VOD once and we didn't record it properly, so that was actually our second take of that. So we didn't want to make it we didn't want to try and fake something stupid and try and make it up like we've never seen the game before, so I guess we're just telling it like it is. But you know, not to say that you guys shouldn't watch this game, and I don't know why you'd be at this point, you haven't watched it, but still, that was a really good game. I think that was just a fucking awesome build from Leta. Leta's just the man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad Leta moving out of the group.
Now. Yeah.
What a great game. I mean, we didn't sound too excited, that's for good reason, because we saw all this shit before, because apparently we're not that good with computers. But that was really a great game. Well played by Leta. I mean, what a great move. And definitely no one saw that coming. Neither of us really saw it coming the first time around. And Luxury really didn't see it coming. Caught him completely off guard. It was a great play by Leta.
Yeah, so it's good to see Leta, just such a good player in Pro League, now moving into the individual leagues, you know, going to the round of 16 in the MSL. And Luxury just looking great, and I think we're going to see a Luxury versus Cal rematch in the finals match. So Cal getting a chance to redeem himself, but I guess after seeing the first game, I would definitely say that Luxury's a favorite to leave this group.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you can't count Cal out either. He's got a great PVZ, but Cal actually has to get through the yuck mediocre Zerg first. I don't think he's going to have too much of a problem with that. I'm just glad to see Leta advance, and I can't wait to see him in the round of 16. So I think that about wraps it up, and we'll move on to the next game here, unless you have any final thoughts.
No, you know, that pretty much wraps it up. So peace out, guys.
Yeah.